Good morning, everybody. Rise and shine. Ready or not, let's do this. This is a ridiculously early morning webinar to get your day started off right, whether you're ready for it or not. There's a little bit of mindset, a little bit of business sense, something to get your MLM, network marketing, small business, brick and mortar, online or off, up and running like a well-oiled machine. Whether you're a newbie, a seasoned veteran, or somewhere in between, there's something here for you. Good morning. My name is Mina. I'm coming to you from New York City, out in the borough of Queens. I created this ridiculously early morning webinar to push myself way out of my comfort zone and to share with you the great content I continue to find online with hopes of inspiring you to do the same and to help build your business to success. Let's grow into success together. This webinar always has two portions. There is a mindset portion and there's a business sense portion. Today's mindset portion is inspired by Vitaliy Dubinin, who lives out in Israel. He is an emerging leader in MLSP. And I learned from him 3 big steps to drive your success, or three steps to expedite your success. And it goes like this. I'm drinking in my favorite owl cup, I'm drinking some, if you can see it, drinking some water with lemon. That's becoming very popular these days. I've been doing this since 2009. Starting your day off with some, before you have your cup of coffee, have some warm water with lemon. It does your body good and helps you for your health. So I always start off with my water with lemon. But let's talk about three steps to expedite your success. And the first thing, the first key to expedite your success is to not focus on how fast you're achieving, but focus on how you are arriving. How are you showing up? What is your energy level? And what Vitaliy talks about is that you want to act from the strength of your highest self. So if you're doing a video, you want to have your best energy forward. If you're doing something that's important to you, you're going to put all your effort into it. If I'm doing these webinars, I want to make sure I'm having my highest energy so that projects forward and reaches you. So I actually did some jump rope to get my heartbeat up and going, but that is a good thing to do to get your energy up and get you raring to go. And the same applies for your business. How do you show up for your business every single day on a level from 1 to 10? 1 being meh, and 10 being really raring to go, and you're up and you're running bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. What is it, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed? Well, you know what I mean, with a high level of business, because you're going to put that energy in. That's going to help propel your business forward. So what Vitaliy teaches is that you need to self-check yourself every single day. What is your energy level? How are you feeling? He says you need to start conditioning your body and your mind to show up to be energetic and alive. And if you see Vitaliy, every morning he does an inspirational show, a daily show. And when you watch him, he's very energetic and very alive. It's very infectious. And I will leave a link to his Facebook page. I don't know if he has a YouTube channel, but if he does, that's really exciting. But he does amazing, amazing inspirational videos. So I will leave the link to his show in the description bar below. And so he says, when you have a high level of energy, people can feel it on the other side. That's why YouTube videos are so popular. They are more popular than TV because you have real people who are creating these videos and they make a connection with their audience. You know, video is a great medium to reach out to people and have people know, like, and trust you better. So the first thing to do is not to focus so much on how fast you are advancing, but rather focus on how you are showing up and what is your energy level. How are you projecting what you want to project? So that is step 1. The second step is that you want to commit to habits and routines. because habits and routines are what's going to make things happen. You want to build a successful online business, you need to create habits, you need to create routines. Vitaliy speaks about the first thing he does when he gets up in the morning, he drinks a glass of water, and then he expresses gratitude. He thinks about what he is grateful for, and he expresses it. You can do something similar. Like I get up in the morning and I drink some lemon tea, not tea, I drink some warm water with lemon. But even before I do that, I get up and I'm a very faithful woman. I'm a woman of faith. I tend to be spiritual. I do most of the time. And I give thanks to God for the day. I express my gratitude and why am I thankful. That is part of my morning routine. You may start off the day with something different. You may start off the day with exercise, or you may start off the day with mindset. But it's good to establish a routine, and it's effective for your business. Every single leader, every successful person has habits and routines. Even when you go on great sites like entrepreneur.com, they always have articles on how you can be more productive, how you can make your morning routine just a little bit more efficient. They always have great articles there that help you to start your day off right. And he says also, you want to make yourself physically excited, especially when you're building an online business. You want to visualize what it's going to be when you are a leader and you're successful. A lot of people create vision boards and they have them posted in their office or right on their desk with things that they know that the lifestyle that they dream of, and that they use that vision board to get them visually excited. And that helps them move forward with their habits and routines to build their business online. Listen to some great personal development like Brendon Burchard, Tony Robbins, Les Brown. Les Brown is an amazing motivational speaker. People like that. People like Diane Hochman. People like Ray Higdon. People like the blues man of MLM. Find great people that you resonate with. John Maxwell, and listen to their teachings, their motivational talks. Jim Rohn, Zig Ziglar. Find those things and use that to inject into your mindset and rewire your mindset. There's this great early morning wake-up call by MLSP. They're just early morning wake-up calls, and this is where I got my inspiration for today's hangout, is from one of those early morning wake-up calls. I'm sharing with you information that Vitaliy spoke about on one of these early morning wake-up calls, and it's rewiring your mind for the better. If you have had a previous mindset where it was kind of like rotten eggs and you just kind of were down on yourself all the time, it's time to rewire your mind for the better by plugging into early morning wake-up calls by MLSP, or finding amazing leaders like John Maxwell, Zig Ziglar, Jim Rohn, Tony Robbins, Brendon Burchard, and listening to them on the daily to help rewire your mind for success. Vitaliy also speaks about eating a healthy breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and my mom keeps emphasizing that, and I'm getting better at that. It's just when you feed your brain the right foods, feed your body the right foods, it's going to help you run on that gasoline that you need to get through your day. I like to start my day, as you see, with some water with lemon, and then I will either have a juice, a vegetable juice that I juice, or I'll make a shake. So now I am going between one of those two things to help fuel my body for the day. And also drinking plenty of water. Water is important to keep yourself hydrated and moving forward. Coffee is an amazing thing. I do drink coffee, not as much as I used to, but just enough to keep me moving and keep me charged and awake. Okay. Doing all these things will help you to feel healthy and strong and in the right mindset to record a video, to do a webinar, to create amazing content, to connect with people online. So it's how you start off your day. Start it off right is going to determine how the rest of the day goes. Looking at my notes. And what Vitaliy says to do this is to write out what you're going to do the next morning so that you can visualize it and start off that day strong. So here are some examples, excuse me, I'm sorry. Here are some examples of what you can do in the morning to get your day off right after you have your little daily routine. You can write a blog post. You can connect with people on Facebook for business. You can keep on creating content and trainings to help people also visualize and grow their business online. So that is the second thing. The second key is you want to commit to your habits and routines. All right. The third key, or the third step to expedite your success, is to remove distractions from your life. With the technology that we have these days, it's easy to get very distracted. These days, it seems like your smartphone is an extension of your hand. When you walk out in the street these days, a lot of people are just doing this. You know, they're walking through the streets and they're staring at their phone, and sometimes they don't realize that it can crash into people. Or there are times that I've had to dodge people. It's happened recently where I had to dodge a person who was just so into his phone that he was just walking, not really seeing where he was going. So I had to jump out of his way, or else he would have run me over, just walking. So removing distractions from your life. Distractions can be roadblocks. They can derail people from achieving their dreams. Distractions such as television. If you can get television out of your life, you're going to free up a whole lot of your time. The other day I was out with some friends and they were incredulous. I don't know if that's a great word to use. They could not believe that we don't have a TV in the house. What you see back here, piano, the computer, have another computer here. With my older computer where I have a lot of content on here, but we got rid of our television a long time ago. And that has freed up a lot of our time to do other things and to focus on better projects. So television could be a big time eater because you can sit down and say, yeah, I'm just gonna watch this program. And then before you know it, 5 hours has passed and you realize, where did the time go? So Vitaliy talks about watching less television or getting rid of television altogether, and watch less news or don't watch news altogether, because those are distractions that can derail you from focusing on your goals to build your business online, offline or online. There are people who get too anxious when they watch too much of the news, so it's better to watch less of the news. I don't really watch the news. I learn about what's going on by going through Twitter or Facebook. It trickles its way in, so you know what's going on in the world, but I don't focus so much on that. So removing distractions from your life is another way to expedite your success. You want to focus on things that are going to rewire your mind for the better, like early morning wake-up calls from MLSP, or webinars from MLSP, or mindset stuff from Les Brown, from John Maxwell, Tony Robbins. Things that are going to rewire your mind for success. Books like The 4-Hour Workweek by Tim Ferriss, or Brandon Bouchard's The Motivation Manifesto, or John Maxwell's 25 Ways to Win with People, or books like Brain Fitness, which is around here somewhere in my bookshelf. But you want to focus on things that are going to build yourself and improve your mindset. Things by Robert Kiyosaki, the list is endless, but those are some of the examples that you want to tap into to help rewire your mind and to eliminate distractions so that you can go forth and reach the business and create the business and the life that you always wanted, have the time freedom that you always wanted. So focus your time strategically and learn the techniques that will move your business forward. So that is the third thing, is to remove distractions from your life. Okay, so these are 3 keys to drive and expedite your business, 3 steps to expedite your success. So this is the mindset portion of this webinar. Now we're going to move into the business sense portion of this webinar. And it is inspired by an article on Forbes.com. And it's 10 steps to conquering information overload. Like we know already, we have so much information to process these days. It's so much more. I think I read somewhere it's like 300% more than it was in 1996. So much information that comes at us left and right that we tend to get overwhelmed. And here are 10 steps to help you think straight, to overcome procrastination, and to put in less time but get more things done. So the first thing to do is to do a brain dump. What is a brain dump? Well, a brain dump is to get everything out of your head onto paper. And in this article shows you how you can create like bucket lists from all of the stuff that is floating around in your head. Just write it down on a piece of paper, so once you see it there, you can clear your mind and then prioritize these items into buckets. So I have notes here and I have notes here. You can prioritize on things to do today, things to delegate, things to do this week, and things to drop or dump that, no, they're really not, you don't need to worry about those things. So do a brain dump and prioritize all those things into your head, into things that you need to do this today, things that you need to delegate, and things that you need to do this week, and things that you just don't really need to do it all and just dump it. So do a brain dump. The second thing to do to conquer information overload is to follow the 2-minute rule. You have all these little tasks that take less than 2 minutes to do, like answering an email or tidying up your desk, or little things, paying that online bill or making a quick phone call, or things that are just like minute little things that you need to do. You can set aside 45 minutes in a day and get all those things out and bang them out so they don't just float around there. So that's the 2-minute rule. Number 3 is to clump. The third thing to do to combat information overload is to clump together similar tasks. And this is also known as batching. So you have a lot of phone calls to make in a day. Don't space them out. Set aside a time, batch them together, and do all your phone calls together at once, because the moment you get through the first phone call, you are set to do the next and the next and the next and the next and get through all those phone calls. Or if you are going to be writing a series of blog posts, you're going to clump those tasks together and batch all those tasks together and get all your blog posts written for the week, if you write every day, or for the month, or whatever. So batch those similar tasks together so you have an idea to. So that is the third step to conquer information overload, is to clump similar tasks together. The fourth thing to do is to not multitask. There are good ways to multitask and there are other bad ways to multitask. A good way to multitask, if you are in a kitchen and you're preparing dinner for your family, so you're making pasta and you're also steaming some vegetables, or you're baking some chicken in the oven. So that is a good way to multitask. A bad way to multitask is that if you are on a webinar and you're learning a new technique, but you still have Facebook and you're going through your Facebook feed and you're looking at your phone, at your Twitter feed, and you think that's a good way to multitask, not really. Essentially, when you should be focusing on the webinar and learning a new skill to apply to your business, that is a bad way to multitask. Or if you are speaking to somebody on the phone and you're looking through Pinterest and you're not really paying attention to the call and it is a potential lead for your business, you don't want to multitask like that either. So it's best to focus on the task at hand, because when you put your entire focus and you're not multitasking, you're putting your entire effort and you are putting your best foot forward, and you're going to come forth with a better product, with a better result. Number 5 is to limit distractions of email. And in this article, they speak about how when you work in, or if you're currently working a job, a lot of the email clients are set to push emails every 5 minutes. So you're distracted when you hear the ping of the new emails coming in. You want to check what it is, what your email is all about, and that could be a huge distraction, especially if you're working on a huge project. So you can reset the settings of your email client to only push forth emails to whatever time you want, or you can turn off notifications and set specific times during the day where you will only check email and respond to email. It could be an hour, it could be 30 minutes, it could be even 20 minutes, so that it does not distract and derail you from doing what you really need to do. Number 6 is to eat the frog first thing in the morning. Eat the frog meaning doing the hardest task first thing in the morning when you're bright and fresh and strongest. Tackle the most difficult task of your day. It could be making that phone call. It could be filming a video. For some people, maybe filming a video is a big task. The point here is to get the most difficult task for you to do done and over with so that you can get through the rest of your day. Eat that frog. Number 7, spend only as much time on decision, tasks, and activities as they are worth. So don't overthink stuff. I tend to overthink things. I'm a perfectionist and I tend to overthink things. I'm working on it. I'm getting much better at it. Don't overthink things. Don't overcomplicate things. Do it, get it done, and move on to the next activity. 8, take breaks. I'm also getting better at this. Sometimes because when we want to accelerate our business forward, we think that we should just work straight and not take breaks or not even take naps and work into the early hours of the morning, thinking that we're going to get everything done. But it could be hurtful for you if you're not taking a break. If you take a break, when you take a break, you refresh your mind. If you distract yourself for a little bit, you come back to your task or to your next task with a refreshed mind and with new ideas to move forward. So it's good to take a break. It's good to take a breather. It's good to take a walk around the block or do some jump rope to get blood pumping to your head and get your creative juices flowing. So it's important to take breaks during your day. In fact, there's a study out there that studied violinists, and they have 90 minutes of practice and then they have a break. And this study also shows that violinists tend to sleep more hours than the regular person, and the elite violinists, the very successful violinists, they have like they practice at most 4.5 hours a day, but they have breaks in between. So they have 90 minutes of intense practice and they have a break, another 90 minutes, etc., etc. So take breaks, important for you to do. Number 9 is to let yourself daydream. Visualize your success, create vision boards, write down what you want your life to be in the near future. Let yourself daydream. It's good to daydream. Don't get carried away. Have that daydream, that vision board, and take action. Allow your daydream, set it in stone, and take action. And number 10 is to push down authority. And in this step here is that I think it's a form of delegation. Let me just check here. Peace and go. Talks about an army general where here we go. Hold on. Let me just take a look. I'm looking at this. Ten tips here. That's interesting. Okay, I'm looking at my notes. Well, okay, I can't find it right now. Anyway, it gave an example. This article gave an example of a general that was receiving midnight phone calls from his soldiers in Iraq, but he was in another location. And they had said, we've been watching this area, this building that we know, we've been watching it for 6 weeks now, and we think that this place has munitions. We need your permission to bomb it. And so he said, well, if you've been watching it for the past 6 weeks and you feel the need to vomit, go ahead and vomit. You don't have to ask me because I'm not there. You are there. So that is an example of pushing authority down. If the person that you are working with, or people in your team, they have a suggestion or they want to do something, and you know that they are capable and more than capable of assessing the situation and do it, push that authority down and let them do it. So that is the 10th step to conquering information overload. So if we've come to the end of this webinar, if you enjoyed this webinar and the content I shared with you, give this video a like and subscribe to my channel so that you are updated when I upload new videos. I will leave information below on all that inspired me, that inspired this webinar today, so that you can find more, you can get more information on what is MLSP. And you can also read more on the article about 10 steps to combat information overload. Thanks for stopping by on today's Rise and Shine, Ready or Not, Let's Do This. My name is Mina, coming to you from New York City, out in the borough of Queens. Have an amazing Monday. I will see you tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel. Cheers, folks. Bye.